In the glittering world of Hollywood, the journey from child star to adult celebrity can be a perilous one. While some young talents successfully navigate the treacherous waters of fame and emerge unscathed, others find themselves caught in the clutches of the industry's darker side. In this video, we delve into the stories of 7 child stars whose promising careers were marred by the challenges and pitfalls of celebrity life. Join us as Factsverse presents 7 child stars who were ruined by the dark side of Hollywood. Anissa Jones, a tragic tale of Hollywood's dark side. Anissa Jones, a name that once shined brightly in the Hollywood spotlight, is a poignant example of how the glitz and glamour of Tinseltown can cast a long, dark shadow on the lives of former stars. Born March 11, 1958, Anissa's brief but impactful career left an indelible mark on the entertainment industry before ultimately succumbing to the harsh realities that often accompany fame and early stardom. Her journey into the world of showbiz began at just 6 years old, when she made her debut in a Kellogg's cereal commercial and quickly caught the attention of industry insiders. Her cherubic looks and natural acting talent led to her breakthrough role as Buffy Davis in the popular 1960s TV series Family Affair. This show catapulted her to stardom, and Anissa became one of the most recognizable child actresses of her time. As Buffy, Anissa was the embodiment of sweetness and innocence, charming audiences with her wide-eyed curiosity and genuine warmth. Her performance garnered critical acclaim and a legion of young fans. However, the glitzy facade of fame hid the turmoil that often accompanies child stardom. Anissa, like many before and after her, faced immense pressures and challenges in Hollywood. The demanding work schedule, constant scrutiny, and expectations of perfection took a toll on her young shoulders. The industry's relentless pursuit of profits sometimes overshadowed the well-being of its child actors. Her life was further complicated by the tragic death of her father when she was only 11. This loss left a void in her life and added to the emotional burden she carried. Despite her hardships, she continued to work in the entertainment industry, even as the Family Affair series ended in 1971. Life after stardom. Life after the cancellation of Family Affair was far from easy for Anissa Jones. Transitioning from a child star to a young adult in the real world presented its own set of challenges. She struggled to find meaningful acting roles, and her career prospects dwindled as she got older. This abrupt shift from the limelight to relative obscurity was a harsh reality that many former child stars faced. Her personal life spiraled into turmoil. She battled addiction issues, particularly with drugs. These struggles further isolated her from the industry that had once adored her. Despite attempts at rehab and seeking help, the pressures of her past and the allure of Hollywood lifestyles proved too difficult to escape. The darkest chapter of her life unfolded tragically on August 28, 1976, when she was found dead in her Oceanside, California home at the young age of 18. Her death was attributed to a drug overdose, a grim reminder of the dangers that often accompany the trappings of fame and the pressures faced by former child stars. Anissa Jones's untimely demise serves as a stark reminder of the devastating toll that Hollywood's dark side can take on the lives of its youngest and most vulnerable stars. Her story highlights the urgent need for better support systems, mental health resources, and protections for child actors in the industry. Leif Garrett, a troubled Odyssey through Hollywood's maze. Leif Garrett, a name that once resonated with promise and teenage heartthrob status, is a poignant example of how the allure of Hollywood can lead to a tumultuous journey, leaving a trail of broken dreams and personal struggles. Born November 8, 1961, Garrett's early rise to stardom was marked by fame, adoration, and the subsequent hardships that often accompany life in the limelight. His entrance into entertainment was practically destined. A cherubic child actor with striking good looks, he began his career at an early age. His role in the 1969 TV series Family Affair, alongside Anissa Jones, kick-started his ascent to stardom. But it was his teen years that truly defined his career, as he transitioned into music and film. In the 70s, Garrett emerged as a teen idol, captivating legions of young fans with his music and appearances in popular movies like Walking Tall and Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. His wholesome image and undeniable talent made him a heartthrob of his generation. But under the surface, the pressures of fame were taking their toll. Struggles in Hollywood. The glitzy world of Hollywood came with its own set of challenges for Leif. As he grew older, the expectations placed upon him by the industry intensified. Maintaining a pristine image and navigating the perils of adolescence in the public eye proved a Herculean task. The pressures of fame and demands of his career led him down a perilous path. His struggles with substance abuse became increasingly apparent as he grappled with the darker side of celebrity life. Despite his immense talent, his personal battles began to overshadow his professional achievements, resulting in stalled projects and dwindling opportunities in entertainment. As the 80s dawned, Leif Garrett's star began to fade. The transition of a teen idol to an adult actor and musician proved challenging, and his career never regained the same level of prominence. His struggles with addiction continued to plague him, leading to numerous legal issues and stints in rehab. Life after the peak of fame was marked by a series of personal setbacks and hardships. His talent and potential remained undeniably present, but his struggles with substance abuse and legal troubles hindered his ability to make a lasting comeback. A Persevering Spirit. Despite his tumultuous path, Leif Garrett's story is not only one of despair. In more recent years, he's shown resilience and a commitment to turning his life around. He's been candid about his past struggles, using his experiences as a cautionary tale to help others battling addiction and seeking recovery. Judy Garland, a tragic icon of Hollywood's golden age. Judy Garland, a name synonymous with talent, beauty, and tragedy, remains one of the most iconic figures in the history of Hollywood's golden age. Born Frances Ethel Gumm on June 10, 1922, Garland's meteoric rise to stardom and the profound challenges she faced throughout her life serve as a powerful testament to the complexities of fame, fortune, and the price of success. Early years in stardom. Judy Garland's journey to stardom began at a very young age. Discovered by MGM at just 13 years old, she was soon cast as Dorothy Gale in the timeless classic The Wizard of Oz. Her portrayal of the plucky Kansas farm girl who finds herself in the magical land of Oz endeared her to audiences worldwide. Her exceptional singing voice and natural acting talent quickly made her a sought-after performer. Her work in films like Meet Me in St. Louis and A Star is Born earned her critical acclaim and numerous awards. Behind the dazzling screen persona, though, lay a tumultuous life, marked by the relentless demands of Hollywood's studio system. Judy Garland faced immense pressure to maintain her image and adhere to the strict standards set by the industry. She was subjected to strenuous work schedules, dieting, and the use of amphetamines to control her weight, all of which took a toll on her physical and mental health. Garland's struggles with mental health issues, including anxiety and depression, were exacerbated by the pressures of fame. Her personal life, marked by a string of failed marriages and financial troubles, only added to her emotional burden. Life after stardom. While Garland's early career was marked by unparalleled success, her later years were marred by personal and professional challenges. Her struggles with addiction to prescription drugs and alcohol became increasingly public, leading to turbulent relationships and career setbacks. Despite these hardships, she continued to perform and tour, demonstrating her unwavering commitment to her craft. In her final years, her health deteriorated further, and she tragically passed away on June 22, 1969, at age 47, due to an accidental overdose of barbiturates. Her untimely death left a void in the entertainment world, and her legacy remains a poignant reminder of the perils of fame and the toll it can take on even the most talented and beloved stars. Her impact on entertainment endures today. Her contributions to film and music continue to inspire new generations of performers and artists. Gary Coleman, a difficult journey through childhood fame. Gary Coleman, a name that resonates with childhood fame and the trials that can accompany it, is a compelling example of the challenges faced by child stars in Hollywood. Born February 8, 1968, Coleman's early stardom catapulted him to iconic status, but the spotlight also cast a long shadow on his personal and professional life. The early years. Gary Coleman's ascent to stardom began at a young age when he was cast as Arnold Jackson in the popular TV series Different Strokes in 1978. His portrayal of a young African-American boy adopted by a wealthy white businessman tackled complex social issues while entertaining audiences. Coleman's charm, wit, and catchphrase, "What you talking about, Willis?" endeared him to viewers and made him a cultural phenomenon. At the height of his fame, he was one of the most recognizable child stars in the world, and his role on Different Strokes made him a beloved figure in households across America. Struggles in Hollywood. Despite his fame and success, Gary faced significant challenges. He experienced financial exploitation and struggled with the limitations of his growth, which resulted from a medical condition called nephritis. As he grew older, the industry's demand for the cute child star waned, and he found it increasingly difficult to secure acting roles. The transition from child star to adult actor proved challenging, and Coleman struggled to shed the image that had made him famous. The struggle with typecasting and the pressures of fame left a lasting impact on his personal life. Life after stardom. As his career declined, Gary faced financial difficulties and legal battles with his parents and former business associates over his earnings. He took on a variety of jobs to make ends meet, including working as a security guard and appearing in reality television shows. Despite his personal struggles, Coleman remained a beloved figure in the hearts of many who grew up watching him on Different Strokes. He continued to make occasional appearances in the industry and maintained a loyal fan base. A tragic end. Gary Coleman's life took a tragic turn when he passed away May 28, 2010, at age 42. His death was attributed to a brain hemorrhage, which followed a fall at his home. His untimely passing marked the end of a tumultuous journey that began with childhood fame and was marked by personal and financial challenges. Shirley Temple, America's sweetheart and child star extraordinaire. Shirley Temple, a name that resonates with innocence, charm, and extraordinary talent, is one of the most beloved and enduring child stars in the history of Hollywood. Born April 23, 1928, Temple's remarkable career as a child actress captivated audiences during the Great Depression era and left an indelible mark on the entertainment industry. Her journey into stardom began early on. At just 3 years old, she made her film debut in the comedy short War Babies in 1932. Her curls and dimples, combined with her natural acting abilities, made her an instant sensation. Her signature song and dance routines, including classics like On the Good Ship Lollipop, endeared her to fans around the world. Throughout the 30s, she became the top box office draw, winning hearts with her wholesome image and undeniable talent. Her films, including Bright Eyes and The Little Colonel, solidified her status as America's sweetheart. Struggles in Hollywood. While Shirley Temple's career appeared to be a fairy tale, it wasn't without its challenges. The pressures of fame and the rigorous work schedule demanded by the studio took a toll on her childhood. She worked long hours, often 6 days a week, and her education was carefully managed by her parents and studio executives to accommodate her filming commitments. As she grew older, Temple faced the inevitable challenge of transitioning from a child star to a young adult actress. Despite her efforts to continue her career, she encountered difficulties in finding suitable roles and experienced a decline in her popularity. Life after stardom. Shirley Temple's decision to retire from acting at age 21 marked the end of her career as an entertainer. She sought a new path in life, pursuing education and later a career in diplomacy. She married Charles Alden Black in 1950, and they had a family together. Her films remained beloved classics, and she became an ambassador of goodwill as a representative for the United States in various diplomatic roles, including serving as the U.S. ambassador to Ghana and Czechoslovakia. Her impact on entertainment and American culture is immeasurable. Her timeless films continue to be enjoyed by new generations, and her influence as a child star paved the way for future generations of young actors. Bobby Driscoll, a forgotten child star's tragic journey. Bobby Driscoll, a name that once symbolized youthful exuberance and talent, stands as a poignant yet often forgotten figure in the annals of Hollywood's history. Born March 3, 1937, Driscoll's early career as a child actor garnered acclaim and admiration. but his life was marked by a tumultuous journey that ultimately ended in obscurity and tragedy. The early years. Bobby Driscoll's introduction to showbiz began early on. His cute looks and natural acting abilities caught the attention of Hollywood scouts, leading to his debut in the 1943 film The Fighting Sullivans. But it was his role as Jim Hawkins in Disney's adaptation of Treasure Island in 1950 that catapulted him to stardom. Driscoll's portrayal of the young hero in this classic adventure endeared him to audiences and earned him an Academy Juvenile Award, recognizing his outstanding contribution to film as a child actor. Throughout the 40s, Driscoll continued to shine in films like Song of the South and So Dear to My Heart. These solidified his status as one of Hollywood's brightest young talents. His struggles. Behind the scenes, Bobby faced the challenges that often accompany child stardom. The demanding work schedule, the pressure to deliver consistent performances, and the expectation to maintain a certain image weighed heavily on his young shoulders. As he grew older, the transition from child actor to adult roles proved difficult, and he struggled to secure work in the industry. His struggles were further exacerbated by personal issues, including a troubled family life and difficulties with substance abuse that began during his teenage years. These challenges hindered his ability to keep a successful career going in Hollywood. His life later on. As Bobby Driscoll's career waned, he found it increasingly difficult to secure acting roles. By the late 50s, he had largely faded from the limelight. He faced legal troubles, including arrests related to drug possession, which further complicated things. In the years that followed, he experienced periods of homelessness and struggled with addiction. His tragic descent into obscurity stood in stark contrast to the promise he had shown as a child star. His life took a tragic turn when he passed away March 30th, 1968, at age 31. His body was found in an abandoned New York City tenement building, and his death was attributed to heart failure caused by complications of drug addiction. His passing went largely unnoticed by the public, marking a lonely end to a once promising career. Dana Plato, the tragic descent of a child star. Dana Plato, a name that evokes both the promise of youth and the shadows of fame, stands as a tragic example of the challenges faced by former child stars. Born November 7, 1964, her early career as a child actress brought her fame and adulation, but ultimately led her down a path marked by personal struggles and untimely tragedy. Her early years. Dana's journey into entertainment began when she was discovered by a talent scout at age 7. Her first significant role came in 1978 when she was cast as Kimberly Drummond on Different Strokes. Her portrayal of the teenage daughter of a wealthy businessman endeared her to audiences and made her a household name. Plato's early success was marked by a bright future in Hollywood, but the pressures of fame and the rigors of child stardom began to take a toll on her personal life. Dana's struggles. As she grew older, the transition from child star to adult actress proved challenging. She struggled to find meaningful roles that could match the popularity she had enjoyed as Kimberly on Different Strokes. This struggle, combined with the pressures of fame, led to personal hardships. These included battles with addiction and legal issues. She faced difficulties in her career and financial woes, which exacerbated her personal challenges. Her attempts to maintain her standing in Hollywood proved elusive, and she found herself increasingly isolated from the industry that had once celebrated her. Life after stardom. Her departure from Different Strokes in 1984 marked a decline in her career. In the years that followed, she made occasional appearances in film and television, but struggled to recapture the success of her youth. Her personal life was marked by a series of unfortunate events, including divorces and custody battles. Her struggles with addiction continued to plague her, leading to legal troubles and financial instability. The most heartbreaking chapter in her life unfolded on May 8, 1999, when she was found dead in her Winnebago RV in Moore, Oklahoma, at age 34. Her death was attributed to an overdose of prescription drugs. Now it's time to hear from you. Which of these former child stars' stories was the most heartbreaking? Let us know in the comments section below.